Hi, it's Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, and I'll keep this video short. And I might actually get a little vulnerable in this one. The thought that's been on my mind for I'd say probably the last 6, 8 months, were from something I read this last summer, and it was a book called Knowing God by J.R. Packer. And it's a great book, but in one of the chapters, he talks about the fact that through Christ, we have been adopted as sons, and we have this new relationship where we can relate to God as a father, and that has been on my mind for a while now because I have to confess that it's really hard for me to see God as really my father. I can see him as the creator. I can see him as the lawgiver. I believe he's loving. I believe he is kind. But to personally relate to God as a father is a challenge, I think, for a lot of people. It's a challenge for me. I think it's a byproduct of how I was raised. I wasn't close with my father. Uh, I respected him as the authority in my life, but a closeness, a connection where I could relate to him in kindness or in a really loving relationship, it never transpired. And because of that, it's affected my ability to relate to God as a father. Um, Romans does an excellent job of communicating the fact that we are justified or declared righteous through faith. And that's how we can relate to God now. He's given us the righteousness of Christ. I've been baptized into Christ, and now I live this new life through faith in Christ because I'm washed clean through the blood of Christ. But to relate to God as my Father in that kind of communion where I open up to Him my heart, I express to Him my worries, my concerns, my fears, my struggles, all of that is tough. And I think it's tough for a lot of people. So I just want to encourage you because I feel the need to, because I see myself growing just a little bit in this understanding. I just want to encourage you that you have full access to Christ. Full access to God, and you can relate to God through Christ, where He is your Father. And I think about chapters like in Galatians 4, where he says that we cry out to God, Abba, Father. Because you are sons, God has sent the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. So you are no longer a slave, but a son, and if a son, then an heir through God. So that's the truth. And I just want to encourage you to walk towards that this day, this week, and believe that in your heart, that He is your Father, no matter what circumstance you grew up in, what kind of relationship you had with your own dad. He is your one true Father, and He loves you. Have a good night.